What's up, everybody? This is Brad, and wanted to jump in and talk real quick about a rumor that's been going around on Twitter the last few days about potentially Mario Kart 9 being in development, and rumor that there's going to be a big feature in this game. I can't remember if it's supposed to be a brand new feature or one to bring it back. I think it's a new one, but it's supposed to be a big feature. But anyway. This came along with some discourse about whether or not Nintendo should rebrand Mario Kart as Nintendo Kart and just bring in all these different characters from their different franchises they own in a similar way to what they did with the last Mario Kart, where they brought in Link and some villagers and Isabelle from Animal Crossing and even some of the Inklings from Splatoon. Well, I think you don't really need to rebrand it. Mario Kart is a successful franchise in and of itself, and they've done so all these years by just using Mario characters. And I think it was cool and a good idea to bring in some of these guest characters. Like, look at this image here. It's Mario and Link racing. Okay, it's goofy, it's silly, it's Nintendo. But I don't think that they really have to lean all the way into it and just make it Super Nintendo Kart, or Nintendo Kart Brothers or whatever. You don't need to do that. And plus, and this may be me changing my opinion, because I said that it was cool that they should bring in more. I'm almost certain that at some point in the past I've said it would be cool to see them bring in more characters like this and do more guest characters from Mario Kart if they're going to do this. And I may have even at one point said that, yeah, just call it Nintendo Kart or something like that. But I don't think it's really necessary. Looking at it now, I don't think that you have to do that. Like, you don't have to give up the Mario Kart name. Like, it'd be sort of similar to where if they just suddenly, like, it would just be weird, I think. Like, imagine if they did this with the other Mario sports-esque games. Like, what if you did, like, Mario Tennis, and suddenly it's Nintendo Tennis. You could play tennis with Link and Zelda and Ganondorf. Like, I don't know. Like, I think that things like that should be handled in a way that, doesn't put people off and it doesn't confuse people. So you don't have to get rid of the Mario branding to keep doing what you're doing, because ultimately you control it anyway. So yeah, I don't think it's necessary to get rid of Mario Kart in favor of Nintendo Kart when it would be the same thing. You're just changing what you call it. But at the same time, I think I don't want to see these crossovers stop happening. But I do think that it's probably just not a good idea to do that in say the same sense that like Smash does with all these people. Like, everybody gets a stage, everybody gets music, everybody gets blah. Instead, like, Mario Kart feels more like its own thing, and I think that the crossover should just be in limited. But they should offer people some crossovers. Like, I would 100% be okay with Link coming back. What about, like, Pokemon? Well, I don't know how you would do, like, with a Pokemon driving a cart. I don't think that that's really, something that people are dying to see. But you could do that with some of the Pokemon trainer characters. Like, imagine Cynthia gets in and her cart is Garchomp themed. That would be pretty cool. Or if you're doing just the regular player characters, you could just have them be Pokeball themed. That's pretty generic. But that would be an interesting collab, as long as they do things that, like, allow it to still be Mario Kart. But the other thing is that the Mario extended universe, the Mario cinematic universe, has so many characters already. They don't really need guest characters, to be honest. Like, Pauline is in the most recent Mario Tennis and golf games, and I'm sure she's in she'll make it into this game. And there's just so many others. Somebody pointed out that, like, if you go into, like, the Wario Land games and WarioWare games, there are so many characters in that you could use. And they're right. What about Professor Egan from Luigi's Mansion? There are some Luigi's Mansion characters you could possibly get. Like, has there ever been a Luigi's Mansion course in Mario Kart? I don't think so. But, like, yeah, like, that's just my 2 cents on this. Like, the rebranding is not necessary to make this happen if you really want to make it happen. But I do think that you stand to risk. You stand the like. There's a risk of taking out all these Mario characters. And at some point, I know that you get tired of playing like just different variants of Mario. Like, okay, you get Standard Mario, you get Tanuki Mario, you get Metal Mario. Like, okay, those are cool, but they're counted as separate racers. So, you know, there are plenty of Mario characters they could go out. Like, when's the last time outside of Link's Awakening? When's the last time we've seen Wart? Like, it was cool to see Wart back in Link's Awakening, but I mean, that's pretty much been his only appearance outside of Mario 2. The original Doki Doki Panic game, or not Panic, I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, there's plenty of Mario characters you could go after. I mean, isn't Toadsworth playable? I mean, all the Koopalings, yeah. Boom Boom and Pom Pom, I think, are all there. All the standard characters are there. King Boo, now I think that's there's 2 different versions of King Boo, though. I think there's your standard King Boo, which is just a Boo with a crown, and then there's Luigi's Mansion King Boo. So they're 2 separate characters. But I don't know, man. Like, you could go into Paper Mario if you really wanted to and do some of that stuff. But again, I don't see any harm in bringing in these characters. I think that, if you keep them limited, it makes them feel a little bit more special. Because, like, when the game is all about crossover like Smash, then, there's just a different sense of the appeal there. Like nobody really expected Link to show up in Mario Kart, so that makes it a little more special. It's not special for Link to show up in Super Smash Brothers, See, that's the difference. But yeah, like that's ultimately how I feel. Like yeah, keep the special appearances. No need to rebrand. Leave it Mario centered and focused, and just have a few extra characters show up. I think that's fine. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think that this is something, should Nintendo lean completely into the idea of just of making it less Mario focused and just focus on Nintendo as a whole? Would this work outside of Smash Brothers? Like, would a Super Golf Brothers game work? With a Mario Golf style game that's got Samus and Fox work? Would that be as interesting? Or should these games just stay Mario focused? I think that while it would be cool to see some of the characters end up in these games, I think that a lot of the charm from them comes from the fact that they are Mario focused. Because Mario is just a laid back, silly, goofy world where you can envision all these random characters putting aside their differences to settle out their big rivalries on a tennis court, or on, playing golf and racing in karts. Like, Mario's just that silly. Zelda, not quite the same. Metroid, not quite the same. So, I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe if you would. You can leave a comment. We really don't ever get too many comments on my channel, so that would be nice. And I hope you'll check out all my other videos. So until the next discussion, we'll see you later.